Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in, and if you're not, hi, my name is Summer and it's a pleasure to have you. So today's video is essentially going to be me answering like common lock questions, like common questions that I get about my hair. I've been locked for the last 3 years, and actually yesterday, April 14th, was my lock anniversary, so this video comes just in time. So let's jump into the video. Okay, so jumping straight in, the first question that I always get is, what method did I start with? I started with comb coils, and honestly I wish that I started with 2-strand twists. I mean, I'm satisfied with the way my hair came out. I mean, let me give you a 360. And I know you can't see it, you probably like, girl, your hair in a bun. But I'll also be posting like pictures, you know, all throughout the screen. But I just feel like something about like starting with 2-strand twists, like when it's matured, it's just a lot. Even if you do have fine hair, it just ends up being like a lot thicker than if you started with comb coils. So I started with comb coils, and I mean, I'm not upset at, you know, the fact that I started with comb coils. That's just what my loctician did at the time. If I could go back, I definitely would start with 2-strand twists. Another question that I get is, how many locks do I have? Honestly, I have never counted. However, the times when I do retwist my hair, the first time that I retwisted my hair, I bought like the prong, like those clips that hold the roots of your hair, and I think I bought about like 100, and I want to say I used like 90. But then I've also combined throughout the years, so I probably have about like 82, 83, somewhere in between there. Never counted, but maybe I'll count one day with you guys. How often do I retwist? I retwist my hair once a month, which means I am washing my hair once a month. When I wash my hair, I retwist it that same day. So I am not a lock girl that can wash her hair like 2 weeks into like having her last retwist and then just go without a retwist until God knows when. I just cannot. Personally, I don't like how I look like without a retwist. Like sometimes it's even very hard for me to go without retwisting my hair for like so long. Like once I start pushing like 3-4 weeks of needing a retwist, I'm like, okay, time to like speed it up, because I just don't like how, I don't know, the new growth, like my new growth just takes me out. And then I have 4C hair too, so no amount of like edge control or no amount of gel or whatever the case is will, I guess, make my hair look super groomed or back to, you know, looking retwisted. And very well I could do like retwisting the front and retwisting like the nape on my head, but for all of that, I'm just like, I'm gonna retwist it every 4 weeks. Also, another thing to add, I wash my hair once a month, but please wash your hair up to your standards. I wash my hair once a month because when I was a loose natural, I think I used to stretch like to 3 weeks. Like I'd wash my hair every 3 weeks or so. So honestly, do what like is good for your hair. Like your hair usually tells you like when it's needing a wash, so please listen to your hair, don't listen to me. I just prefer to do my wash day when I know I'm going to retwist, and that's once a month. Another good question is how I keep my roots fresh. So honestly, I use a do-rag. I got this do-rag from the hair store. It looks a little beat up, but I got this do-rag from the hair store, and it's one of those do-rags that can hold like a lot of hair basically. So there's a little pocket, and truly I don't really wear bonnets like with my hair. Like if you see me with a bonnet on, this is under it. But I use a do-rag because the do-rag is able to keep your locks like snug to your head, versus a bonnet, you just throw a bonnet on and imagine your locks are just like going crazy inside of the bonnet, and then you're sleeping and your head is like rubbing against the pillow, which just causes for more frizziness. So with the do-rag, because you're tying it taut to your head, there's no way for like your locks to go, because your locks are literally like this underneath the do-rag. So I say that's my first tip in keeping your roots fresh. I also, in the past, I used to do it. I still kind of do it, but I don't because it's drying. Like you want to use like satin to like cover your head just to retain moisture. But if I do know that I want to, like, let's say I have 2-strand twists in, I would put a wig cap. Like, this is goated, okay? I am literally giving you free game. A wig cap, let me get it to show you. These little wave caps or wig caps, whatever they call them, if you just put this onto your hair, your locks are going nowhere, your style is going nowhere, your edges are going nowhere. Like, the style is going to stay literally still. And then if you want that extra protection, double it up with your do-rag. But on a normal night, I don't usually wear the wave cap. Honestly, I just usually have my do-rag on. And I've had this bun in for, I want to say, the last 2 weeks, and I've just been tying it down with the do-rag every night, and still fresh. What products do I use? So honestly, I am a lazy lock. I don't know what you'd call people that are lazy with locks. I don't know, but essentially I'm lazy. So when I first started my hair, I would do the most in terms of products. But what I'm realizing is, honestly, my hair does not like a lot of products. I'll try to like insert it, but when I first started, my scalp was like flaking, and I think it's because of the gels I was using and edge controls and all this foolishness. So I just like cut all of that out. Now when I shampoo my hair, I swear by the Carol's Daughter, I think it's like foam, water to foam, micellar water shampoo. That is the only shampoo that I use on my hair. Literally the only shampoo, because it has salicylic acid in it. So anytime I wash my hair, it literally keeps my scalp clean for an entire month. Like literally an entire month. So I use that shampoo, swear by it. And then I also use this mixed oil that I got from like a black owned fair that was happening in downtown Las Vegas. But those are the only two really like products that I use. And then of course I use the Edge Control Style Factor, which is what all the girls are using. But in terms of using products on your locks, honestly, I'd say less is more. So don't do too much. You honestly, you don't even need to do too much. Just shampoo your hair whenever you do, style it with whatever product you use to style, and then just make sure that you're oiling your scalp whenever your scalp is feeling dry. Like I said, your hair speaks to you. You just have to listen to it. Another question that I get is, what do I use to retwist? So I don't retwist. Out of the 12 months of the year, I probably retwist my hair 6 months out of those like 12 months. But when I do retwist my hair, I want to say, well, not I want to say, it depends on how I'm feeling that month. So if I want to go for less product that month, I use a foam, and the foam that I use, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And I just prefer to use a foam because, like I said, sometimes less product is more product. Anytime you can use less product, guys, I swear that's your best bet with locks. Less is really more. And then if I want to have a sleeker retwist, I use the Nizuri Lock Culture Gel, I believe it's called. It's from P Styles, this loctician in Maryland. It's a dry gel based pomade. So it's almost like Edge Control, but it's not Edge Control. Or shit, maybe it is Edge Control. Honestly, I don't know. But it's like a dry gel. So it feels like a paste, and you put it on, comb it through, twist your hair, clip it, and then you're good to go. My dog is literally trying to make an entrance in the video. Everyone, this is Bijoux, my mini golden doodle. Alright, I'm filming, so you're gonna have to wait like 30 minutes, okay? Boom boom. Another question that I get is, have I been like stereotyped, or have I experienced like microaggressions, or I guess racism towards like me having locks? And honestly, the answer is no. Yeah, it's really no. If anything, I find that white people are very curious about my hair. Like the other day, a woman asked me how long it took to do my bun, and I was like, not that long. Honestly, you just put it in a ponytail, and then I do the little fishnet hack where you put a fishnet and then you wrap it around and pin it so that you get that perfectly formed bun. But I was like, not that long. So I find that really people are very curious. Well, white people are just very curious. In terms of my family, I remember when I asked my mom when I was younger, because the thing is, I always knew that I wanted locks. That's the thing. Like, I just didn't resonate with my loose natural hair the way I resonate today with my locks. So it was always something that I knew that I would eventually do, but it was just a matter of when. So when I still lived at home with my mom, I asked her and she was like, absolutely not. I don't know what she thought in her head like locks were. She was like, no ma'am, no ham, no talkie. And I was just like, okay, no problem. So when I got to college, I installed locks. But otherwise, I mean, you encounter, or I've encountered, I won't speak for you, but I've encountered like my friends, like when I first started, they'd ask me questions like, when is it going to look nice, or when is it going to get long, or honestly just annoying questions. Literally just annoying questions. And friends, if you're watching this, yeah, you're annoying as hell. It's really a matter of like trusting the process, and I'd like to say that my answer to them was always like, please just trust the process. In a few years my hair will look like what you deem as nice, but for now, like, this is my journey, this is where I am in that journey. Yeah, that's just what it is. Just trust the process, really and truly. So no, I haven't really experienced anything negative per se, but people are gonna have their opinions about locks. There's some people that are for it, there's some people that are not for it, but I mean, it's your decision at the end of the day. So yeah. Another question that I get is about dyeing my locks. So last year in 2022, I dyed my hair. It was very spontaneous. I was coming out of a breakup and I was like, I just want something different. So I went back home to the Virgin Islands for a month. Before like I was coming back to Vegas, I was like, I want to come back here looking like a completely different woman. And that's exactly what I did. So I dyed my hair. It was supposed to be ginger, but it really was like orange, like a very fiery type of orange. And it was cute. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, really and truly. And I kept it for, I want to say I kept it, so I did that in like June, July, and I want to say I kept it until my birthday, which is October 12th. And the thing is, like, it just started to turn different colors. Tried to find someone in Vegas to maintain the color for me, because my loctician at home was the one that initially like bleached and colored my hair, but I just couldn't find anyone to color my hair for me. So took it upon myself and I went on YouTubeuniversity.com to learn, you know, how to color your hair. And essentially everybody was just like, oh, just buy a box dye and throw the box dye in your hair and you're gonna be fine. So that's exactly what I did, listening to my people on the internet, and they led me wrong. My hair ended up turning green. Then that's when I really had to find like a somewhat like a colorist in Vegas. So I was calling like everybody. Like I was even so desperate, I was about to go to like a white salon to get my hair colored, because one thing white like stylists are good at is some color. But the thing is, I'm black, and then on top of me being black, I'm black with locks. So it's like, you could color some hair, but can you one color black hair, and then one can you color black hair with locks? I ended up finding this lady in Ulta. I know, crazy Ulta, but she was a black lady. She did a super good job. I'm gonna put the TikTok like somewhere here. I ended up making a TikTok. She did a really good job. She got my hair back to black, which is this. And I guess, long story short, I will never dye my hair again. Like, that was an experience. It was something I did, and I'm glad that I could say like I did it. I'm glad that I have pictures to prove that I did it. But in terms of it being something that I do again, no, because it's a lot of maintenance, and then I was already struggling to find somebody to maintain the color for me. Like, I'm just not going to put myself through that again. One and done. And then the last question I get is, have I attached anything to my hair? And I have, or not have I attached anything to my hair, but like, what was it like attaching extensions to my hair? So last year, my stylist Tiana, she does all my styles, like literally all of them. She's just so bomb. She's my loctician here, my primary loctician. Last, I think, November, like around Thanksgiving, I asked her to do some Molly twists for me, and they came out super good. I loved it because it felt like the old days again, you know, like when you're loose natural, you get to do like wigs, and you get to do braids, and you get to do this, and all of those things are things that I used to do prior to locking my hair. So being able to go back to that felt like really good. I loved having like length, but then it also made me feel good like one day this will be my actual like hair, you know what I mean? The only thing I'd say is just be careful when you're doing it. Of course, I went to a professional like a loctician to do it for me, so at the top of her mind, of course, was styling my hair, but it also was like the health of my hair, because you are attaching weight essentially to your locks, and that could weigh your hair down. So what she did, and I posted the video, but what she did was she did a 2-strand twist, like a normal 2-strand twist with my locks, and then she added the hair to the 2-strand twist like after my locks started to like decrease or end or whatever, like there just wasn't any more locks to twist, then she added the hair. But I've seen some people, what they do, they start with the extensions at the root of your hair, and I'm not saying that's bad and I'm not saying that's good, but like I said, just think about the weight on your hair. Yeah, just think about the health of your hair if you're considering doing extensions. But otherwise, I think it's a super good protective style. I think it's a really good way to like get rid of your hair or take a break for like a month or 2 or 3, however long you decide to leave them in. But I'm definitely going to be doing them again sometime this summer, because I'm traveling and I need a break, and what perfect way to go into the summer but with some Molly twists, like super cute. That's also cute for vacation. So that's that. And just like that, I have no more questions to answer for you. These were just questions that, like I said, over the 3 years I've gotten asked like quite a bit. So I was like, let me create a video and, you know, have it live somewhere, so anytime I get asked I can reference you to this video. If you have any more questions or you want me to do a part 2 or part 3, whatever the case is, let me know in the comments below and I'd be more than happy to make that video for you. But it was a pleasure sitting down, talking to you, sharing my business, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.